I'm Chuck Gaidica. Welcome to another episode of ALZ Voices, and we're doing this on behalf of the Alzheimer's Association of Michigan. And we're so pleased to have with us today Chiara Clayton, who is from the Area Agency on Aging 1B. She's the Communications and Outreach Specialist, and she and I go back minutes. We have been together a couple of times, and I've done some work with AAA 1B, and so it is so good to see you.
It's great to see you again, Chuck, as well. It's so great to be here. And actually, we saw each other at the walk last year.
That's right.
Then you came on board and did some work with us, and now here we are again. So always good to see you, and great to be able to talk with you in this capacity.
Well, the Area Aging Agency on Aging 1B is so much broader. I want to double back to what we're talking about, Alzheimer's and dementia, but it's so much broader than that. Tell us what your scope of services are, because that's really a key word. You do serve some of the greatest generation.
Yes, well, the Area Agency on Aging 1B, we are a nonprofit dedicated to helping older adults remain living in their homes independently with the services that they need. We're a nationwide organization, and we're all about helping those over 60 and their family caregivers to remain in the home, but as we age, we may need services. If you're caring for an older person, you may need resources and services. So that's really what we're all about. We're a state-funded organization, so we get money pretty much through our government to be a pass-through to make sure those services are done. Things like InHome Care, Meals on Wheels, transportation assistance. We have a wonderful information and assistance number someone can call to be connected with our resources and also resources from the community, specifically for older adults.
And is this broken up in Michigan by county then? Are there individual agencies in each county?
Yes, so in Southeast Michigan, we have three. My Area Agency on Aging, which is the 1B, that's our geographical indicator, we cover 6 counties: Oakland, Macomb, Livingston, Washtenaw, St. Clair, and Monroe. In Wayne County, we have 2 sister organizations, Detroit Area Agency on Aging, and they cover Detroit and all of the 313 area code suburbs. And then we have Senior Alliance, which is 1C. They cover everything else in Western Wayne. But no matter where you go in the country, in the state, there is an Area Agency on Aging to assist you.
And it's hard to say in today's world that there are organizations that are really one-stop shopping. But if you've got questions, whether you are 60 plus or whether, like me, you were the child of someone who was aging into, early to mid 80s and starting to have trouble and falls, and should we get a handle of, something put up in the shower, we called. Should we think about Meals on Wheels, we called. So there are lots of ways to look at you, but really looking at you as a resource is the very least we can do, right? Because you can direct us if you can't help us directly.
Yes, and a lot of people, what we do know is that individuals are aging, we're living longer, and with that, we still want to have a good quality of life. So a lot of individuals don't even realize that services are there. A lot of them are either free or no cost. So we're pretty much that hub for older adult services. We want to be the first thing someone thinks of when they're looking for services if they're aging or if they're caring for someone. And we're kind of that one-stop shop to take the footwork out of it for the older adult or for the caregiver, and we can just be that person in that organization to offer those resources and services.
And your agency was also involved. You mentioned we saw each other at last year's walk at the Detroit Zoo, and this is a whole different year with the pandemic. And we encourage everybody to still participate in the walk, alz.org/walk. We'll make sure we remind you of that again. But last year and this year, you're a stage sponsor, correct? For this event.
Yes, so we partner a lot with the Alzheimer's Association just from an organizational standpoint, because of course we're both serving older adults. So we do a lot of overlapping, we refer to each other. So with this walk, we thought it'd be a great way to not only connect with our partner on a deeper level and assist them, but to really be in front of the audience that really needs to know about us. So the event is wonderful. We were so happy to be there last year to support, and so it was a no-brainer to come back this year and support this awesome initiative to be there in front of people that really need to see us and to just be in the community showing support.
Now, you're a team captain of a group as well, right? Because we're both team captains, so virtual high five.
Yes, thank you.
Tell us what drives you to that.
Well, I've always loved being in the community. I have a nonprofit background. I was on the other side of not of actually organizing a walk years ago. So I just know it's a great thing to do. So when my agency was looking for kind of a community service event for us to be involved with, a team building event, we found the walk. I was more than happy to kind of take the lead on that and to really encourage everybody from my agency to get involved and just to be that cheerleader. And the Alzheimer's Association is so wonderful to the team captains by giving just resources and support and really, making it easy to be able to rally a group of people to come out and support, even if it'll be virtually this year.
Yeah, well, and you know what's so cool about that is that we can walk in our family room. I mean, you don't have to actually get out of your jammy pants if that's what you're used to now, while you're going to work from home. So this has
Right.
really got an upside for a lot of people. You don't have to gather, and then again, we still miss everybody. So we'll get back to normal at some point. But I want to
Yes.
talk about something I've had it's really an honor. I was going to say it's a pleasure. It is a pleasure as well, but it's been an honor to speak to some folks through this ALZ Voices, where I got to know at the walk last year and over the course of the past couple of months, people and families who have been affected directly, including those who are seeing early onset Alzheimer's, those who, like me, were caregivers and had to call in troops to help, including siblings, and then all kinds of things started to unfold right before our very eyes. But if we focus for a minute on caregiving, that's such an important and crucial role that offers, on top of everything else we're dealing with right now, Chiara, much more pressure than maybe some family members have ever thought could come their way. What can you talk to us about relative to caregiving?
Well, the Area Agency on Aging 1B truly wants to be that support for family caregivers. A lot of individuals don't even consider themselves a caregiver. You
Right?
think, okay, this is my mom, this is my grandmother, this is my neighbor. I'm just making sure they're good. I mean, that's what we're supposed to do. But you are a family caregiver. You're caring for that older loved one. You're trying to care for yourself. You may have your own family. So sometimes you're spread very thin. It could be very daunting, very overwhelming. You don't know kind of
Mm.
where to go to even to begin to ask for help. So what we try to do with the Area Agency on Aging is be that resource for the family caregiver. People call into our 800 number, which is 800-852-7795. They speak to a resource specialist, and they may just have a question on, I need some meal help for my loved one. They may not even know all the other resources and services that are available. So we have a conversation, we ask a lot of questions, and
Yeah.
we really get to the heart of that caregiver and their needs for their older adult, and we're able to refer them to services. Some of them are ours, but we literally have a database of about 1,500 resources and services across our 6 counties to be able to refer those caregivers to for services.
Yeah.
In-home care, Meals on Wheels, if you're looking for an assisted living facility and don't know what's in your area, if you're looking for elder law help, or just questions that you may have as a caregiver, we're able to be that resource to be able to refer you to it, have that conversation, and send you out the resources so that you don't have to do any of the footwork, no searching, no looking. We're going to send it all to you.
Yeah, and I know in some of the counties there are caregiving coaches, right? Are those people that would walk alongside us and kind of help support us and listen and reflect back?
Yes. That's actually a brand new initiative that we're introducing in Livingston and Washtenaw County right now. We're hoping to expand it to all of our 6 counties. But right now, if you're in Livingston or Washtenaw County, we have the Caregiver Coaching Program where we're actually going to train individuals to be that one-on-one coach to another caregiver and kind of be that person and that support in the physical sense. So you have us to be the resource, but we're going to train and connect you with a coach in your area to help you your caregiving journey. In addition to our powerful tools for caregiver class that we offer, which is awesome, we have one-day virtual workshops right now for caregivers. We have wonderful resource. Our Connect Guide is great, a booklet that has just tons of resources for older adults and caregivers. So we really want to be that caregiver support.
Well, and I know you know this because of the event that I was at and seeing some of the people that work around you, with you, and then those that you honor. Sometimes this caregiving thing is it's so overwhelming because you really think you know what's coming, and then it comes and it can swamp you. And much like being on an aircraft, when they tell you, they go through that whole routine. If the oxygen masks come down, we're losing cabin pressure, put your mask on first before you put it on a child or somebody next to you, because if you're not taking care of yourself, you're not going to be well equipped to take care of everybody else. And I think that's an important thing to remember when it comes to caregiving. We try to give as best we can, and yet sometimes we wind up getting burnt out, and then we're no good to anybody.
Yes, and we see that quite a bit. And, people think, well, I'm going to care for mom because she's my mom and it can all be on me. But we really try to empower and educate the caregivers that we connect with on how to ask for help, how to have tough conversations, not only with your medical professionals, but also with your loved ones to ask for help, how to look for community resources like the Alzheimer's Association, like Area Agency on Aging. Reach out to those connections to help you, but that it's no shame in asking for help, because as long as your loved one is cared for the best way, if it's a team effort, that'll probably be even better. And then you aren't burnt out. You aren't feeling that overwhelming feeling. So you can truly be there for your person that you're caring for.
So many people that may be watching or listening to this may say, well, I'm not even 60 yet. This doesn't really apply to me. And the reality is that your agency is in place. Alzheimer's Association is there because we are hopeful that the first person that will be cured of Alzheimer's could be walking around right now, right? So here's this giant demographic. I'm early 60s, but my baby boomer generation is racing 72 million people plus into this demographic of people who are going to need everything we've been talking about and then some. So it's a giant population. Are you seeing any trends that are interesting? Because, we've learned over time, heart health is brain health. So, if you're eating well and doing certain things right, you're helping not just your gut, your heart, but also your brain. Are you seeing anything else out there that we should know about?
Well, we know that people are living longer. In Michigan, the life expectancy has grown. And we're also seeing that a lot of the individuals, the caregiver population that we're really seeing that is really needing us are those working adults, like my generation and up. So like you have your 40s and 50-year-olds who may still be working full time. They still have families of their own, but their parents are still around, thankfully. They're still aging, and they're now needing their assistance. So we're trying to do a better job, really, at just being more grassroots in the community, but also trying to reach those younger individuals, those working adults, the professional crowd, now to let them know, even if this isn't you right now, it may be you as you age and as your family ages. So instead of you scrambling during that time to find resources, we're going to talk to you about it now. It may not apply, but when it does, hopefully we pop back in mind and you know that there are resources out there for you as a caregiver and for your aging loved one. To sign up, it's a free class. It's a 10-week class on how to age like a master, different topics every week, in addition to our other health and wellness classes that we offer.
Yeah. Let's come back to Alzheimer's and dementia. When you're out there talking to folks in general and then even with your staff, are you beyond anecdotally seeing increases in this kind of need in families for people with memory issues?
We're seeing really an uptick in caregivers calling us, and it's really not just the older adult calling, it's their family caregiver.
Okay.
And especially during this time of pandemic, we actually had to really spring into action relatively quickly back in March because our whole operation became remote. So our information and assistance center, which is in our office in Southfield, they are all working from home. Our phones are still ringing, but they're trying to get set up. But we did it, and now we're able to still service people. But we came up with a whole list of resources and services for older adults relating to the pandemic. So food assistance, utility assistance, if you're looking for, pantries, different things like that. But we found caregivers are really calling us more and more. And that's who we're getting the bulk of our calls from, those caring for older adults. And that number is growing. So we're really able to, really affect the population by really helping those caregivers.
Let's come back again, hyper-focus on Alzheimer's. Just recap for us what some of the programs are for caregivers and otherwise that are more specific to, Alzheimer's and dementia and how you can help.
Yes, well, the Area Agency on Aging offers a lot of services and resources specifically to caregivers. We have 2 state-funded in-home care programs that we promote. One is the My Choice program, which is actually statewide, but we promote it. And it's a program specifically for someone who is 65 and up, technically in need of nursing home level of care. They're usually lower income. There is an income requirement for that, but they're able to get services in the home that they would typically get in a nursing home. So there is an eligibility requirement that you have to go through. You can call our 800 number and go through that. There's also another program we offer, Community Living, which is also an in-home care program. You can call and get connected to that. We offer transportation assistance. So if you have an older adult that no longer drives themselves, we have a wonderful program called My Ride 2. It can assist you with transportation options for that person, even if it's a bus route, how to take the bus, or just some options for transportation for older adults. We also offer, of course, Meals on Wheels. We have health and wellness classes that we promote, caregiver classes specifically for that caregiver, Powerful Tools for Caregiver, which is a 6-week workshop that teaches caregivers how to be a better caregiver, how to care for yourself, how to have those tough conversations with your loved one, doctors, everything. It's a wonderful, you get a resource guide at the end. And we offer a host of health and wellness classes that we're doing. And luckily, we've gone virtual. So these used to be in person, but they're all available virtually now. And again, our information and assistance number. That's the best way to connect with us. It's our front door. It's Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, 800-852-7795. Again, 800-852-7795. And then our website that has a quick resource, if you're just doing a quick search, aaa1b.org, and there's a lot of information there as well. We refer to adult day services, assisted living, if you're looking for affordable housing for older adults, just anything that someone 60 and older or a caregiver caring for someone would need. You can give us a call, and we hopefully have a resource for them.
That's wonderful. I mean, there's so much there. I wish I would have thought of calling you when I was trying to get the keys to the car away from my dad. We finally did convince him, but sometimes because he didn't think there was an option, and we learned of those options. But what a great way to say, hey, Dad, we've already figured this out. Here's plan B. And I think it would make that an easier conversation. We also want to give a shout out to your team, the Area Agency on Aging 1B Crusaders, right? That's your team? All right.
Yes.
So we can support you, right? We can sign up and support your team for the walk.
You can sign up. We're on the website. We're working out virtually what we're gonna do this year. We're gonna do something. We were out in Forest last year at the walk. We volunteered. We walked. We just were there, but we're happy to be a part of this initiative. It's the only community event that we do as an agency, and we're happy to have our name on it as well. And just to connect with this has been awesome. This is just another little added touch that. When I saw that we got this for our sponsorship, it was great, but just exciting and something really good that makes you feel good, knowing you're giving back, but also really kind of validates what you do every day. So it's great.
Yeah. Well, Chiara Clayton, it's so good to see you again. And Area Agency on Aging 1B Crusaders is the name of the team. There's the captain right there. So we're going to wish you the very best. You're competing against the Brain Brigade with the Gaidica family, but we're all in this together. So.
I know you guys represented last year. I had to give it to you, but it's all good. It's all good.
Well, thanks so much for all the great information and resources. Again, their number, if you want to call the number, 800, I've got it here in front of me, 800-852-7795 or AAA1B.org, and you can learn so much more on how to really partake in all these great resources that can be a help to all of us. Chiara, be well. It's so good to see you.
Thank you. You too, Chuck.
Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.